All right, welcome to Fortress practice or Fortress explanations. This is like not a major part of the speedrun, or it is a major part of the speedrun, but it's pretty self-explanatory. It's not that much stuff to talk about, so it'll be kind of short. But there are a lot of strategies that people are kind of just unaware of. So the first thing is whenever you get near a spawner, it'll trigger a spawn. I'm on peaceful mode right now, so I can show you guys how to blaze bed. But yeah, so you should clear out the spawner. Now, if you have a bed in your hotbar, which you should always just get a bed from the village, and because this tournament is basically only village and we'll be practicing mainly village, I'd really like making it a habit to just always get a bed. And then what you can do is you can place a hard block, so it can't be like gravel or soul sand or like dirt. It has to be either like nether bricks or stone or wood as well. Also works. And then you place a block above the spawner if it's enclosed, by the way. Then you place the bed. Now the bed, the explosion comes from the pillow of the bed. So if you do this, then the pillow is above the block, and then you dig down so you don't take that much damage. And then you'll see I took no damage there. Then you'll blow up the bed. And the next step is to clear all the fire. So you can just clear the fire real quick. And then if it's open, you want to build out the platform first, but if it's closed, you can focus on breaking the blocks first. And you can see I'm going to kind of stand down here when I'm breaking the blocks in case the blazes spawn so I don't get spawned on. And then you don't want to break the block under the spawner. That's useless because the blaze can't spawn on that block because of the block above it anyways. And then people do like doing this as well. They like building out the sides as well. And you can do this if you want. It's not a massive deal though. Because if a blaze is down here, you kind of just kill it. And then go down and pick up the rod. Like, it's not that big of a deal. But yeah, this is the fully cleared out spawner. You can see 90% of the spawning space is available. And the additional stuff's kind of useless. Then that's step number one. Step number one should always be clear out the spawner if possible. There are other ways to clear out the spawner, and I'll go over them. But that's like step number one. Then you want to clear out your inventory. So you'll have a lot of crap in your inventory, like, random blocks, saplings, just a lot of crap. You want to clear it out. So here you can clear out a lot of this stuff, but like, you don't really need a sword, or I mean, this is like useful for certain stuff, but like you can basically clear out your inventory, and then you want to craft your beds and your respawn anchors if you know how to use them. So sorry, that's two. So you want to do your beds and your respawn anchors is the next step, and then you want to do your portal as the last step. Like the last priority. And obviously, if you see blazes, kill them immediately and clear out fire. You'll see if I put fire here, it'll block 25% of the spawning space, just that one fire. And this one, for example, will spawn 50. Half the spawns are just blocked with that fire on top, which is really, really bad. So clearing out fire is like is really important. And then obviously kill the blazes whenever they show up. Is like, that's like first priority. And then while you're waiting for it, then you should clear out inventory, do your pre-crafts, and make the portal. There is the other way to clear out the spawner is with TNT, but we're basically never going to do that because we're never going to have TNT in village seeds. And then the third way to clear out spawner, which is if you have like really low beds, let's say like you get like 5 beds from the village or the bastion, and you want to like save a bed, the extra bed that you got. So the next other way is to break the blocks. I saw people breaking like these corner blocks first, and like it's not really fine to do that. Like, it's fine to do that, but you want to clear out the other spaces first. So you basically just want to, like, you can stand here. You don't want to stand in the spawner again, because if you stand in the spawner, you can get spawned on. And you basically just want to mine these blocks that I'm mining. So like this front little bit is what I like mining first. And then obviously while you're mining, if blazes spawn, you can just kill them real quick. And then you want to mine this back stuff as well. And you want to kind of stand here, because if you're here and blazes spawn, you have to like run through it. You might take an extra hit or something. But if you're back here, you can pretty just safely mine out the spawner. So it's really important to kind of like make sure you're aware. And then these back ones, I'd recommend killing a blaze cycle and then going and quickly breaking these ones before the next one spawns. So obviously you do that, and then you can do all your pre-crafts. Right? So you can do your crafts. You can do your crafts, so your bed and your anchors, and then we can make the portal as well. And yeah, I'll do one. I want to do an example of if it's an open spawner. So if it's an open spawner like this, obviously there will be one blaze cycle immediately when the blazes spawn, or when you enter the spawner. So you want to kill those guys immediately. Then it's a block on top of it, not in the middle, but like either of these sides. You want to place 2 blocks, then the bed. Then you want to jump and blow it up. Then you want to clear the fire immediately. And like I said, for an open spawner, oh wow, you wanna build it out. So oh my god, I don't have. And you can see I didn't have enough time there, and the blazes spawned. It's not that big of a deal, but again, you can see like this is like really time sensitive. So I can see another response go there, which is bad, and then you can see that fire on top is bad. Also, like the direction you hit the blazes is really important. So you can see these blazes. I'm like kind of going to the right and hitting these blazes. Like this blaze here, I'm gonna hit it just so it doesn't like fly off the spawner. And yeah, there we go. So these results, you'll see I want kind of hit him this way into the soul sand. In this place here, I'm gonna go behind him and then hit him this way. So you want to really watch out where you hit the blazes, so you don't lock them like off of the spawner. And then immediately we can do our crafts. So we do this, and then we can do the portal. Oh, that's bad. And we're out, right? You got 6 rods there, and we're out of the spawner. That's like the main. That's like when you play the spawner. That's basically what you have to do. Watch where you hit the blazes. Make sure you clear out the spawner effectively. Make sure you clear it out first. Fire is really important. Make sure you're overlapping, clearing the inventory, and doing your crafts. Make sure all of that sort of stuff is there. And I am gonna show how to navigate a fortress as well, because it is important. I don't want this video to be too long, but this is basically the only video you have to see for fortresses. So fortress enter. Let's just teleport to a fortress. Okay, where's the fortress? Okay, it's here. Let's just say we're like here in the indoor part of the fortress, right? So fortresses will always generate from this room going outwards. So this room generates first, and then it generates outwards. Kind of like this is like the root of the tree, right? And because of this generation pattern, certain rooms will always be in certain orientation. So this balcony room, for example, if you see this room and you go this way, so sorry, the spawners will always spawn in the outdoor part. So this part with like the, it's not like enclosed. Whereas you can see this indoor part is like super enclosed, right? Like it has these super tall walls and stuff. This part can be buried. Like you can see it can be buried, but the sides will still be netherrack. They won't be a nether brick like these indoor part. But and this outdoor part is the only part that can have the spawners. This indoor part can't have the spawners. So you want to always go to the outdoor part. So you want to navigate to this room. And how you navigate to this room is these balconies. It will never be like this way or this way. It'll always be completely straight. Now, it can be this way, right? So these are balconies. It's not like, oh, go opposite. Like, it can be this way, but it can't be like these, like they are directly next to the balcony. Like, there's balcony room, and it has to be away from it. So if you see the balcony room, you go away from it, and you'll make your way to the room. And then there's also 2 other rules. So it's the balcony, opposite of balconies. This is a really small indoor part. So I'm gonna generate a new fortress real quick as well, or a new Minecraft world, I guess. Just go here. Okay, let's just fly into like this indoor. Oh, here we go. This is a nice big indoor part. Let's say you're here. Okay, so it's down netherwart stairs is also important. So it'll never be like up or behind netherwart stairs. It'll always be through. So if you're like, let's say you're in like this part of the fortress, there's like more fortress here, and you see this netherwart room, you just go through it. You don't want to go up the stairs ever. These normal stairs, so go down netherwart stairs, and then up normal stairs, and then opposite balconies. Those are the 3 rules. So here, let's say you're here, right, and you're like, oh, where do I go? Where do I go? And then you see stairs, you just immediately run up them. You immediately just run up the stairs. And then, oh, it's netherwart stairs, we're gonna go across them. And there's blazes here, but we can kind of just ignore these guys. And then I see stairs, normal stairs over there, so I'm going to go up these stairs. Balcony opposite, and then boom, I'm here. And that's like the rule to navigate here. And then here, once you're here, kind of just look around, going to like more... So here, I saw like on the left, there's not many options where it can generate. But on the right, there's a lot more fortress here, so that's why I kind of like turned right. Obviously, there's wither skeletons here, so I like quickly went in spectator mode. But here's another tip, right? When skeletons are chasing you and when one's chasing you, you see this sort of like intersection, you can always just place blocks like that, like on head level, and then they can't get to you. And let's say they're chasing you. Let's say these withers are chasing me, right? Oh, these guys are really stupid. Oh, wow. Guys are chasing you. I'm going to juke this guy out. You can build up 3 like this, and you can just punch them off really easily. That's a nice strat you can do. And let's find another like set of wither skeletons, hopefully, that I can show you guys more strats with. Here we go, these guys. Also, if you're on top of like this sort of fort, because you can't just build up 3, you want to make like this L sort of thing, like this, and you can shift on the back of it, or I think it's 3 up, and you can just punch them up like that as well. So it's like, you don't make this L, because if you don't make this L, they won't pathfind on this block. They'll like pathfind all around you, right? Because this spot is not inherently better than these spots. The reason they path on these sides here is because they're taller, so they'll be like pathing on the taller blocks. And then I want to show like one more thing with the skellies, if I can find the one. There, here you go. Let's say they're chasing you. Sure, let's say the spawner's like at the end of this hallway, right? And you're like, okay, I want to be nice and safe. You can do this sort of pattern where you build up to and then across, and then it'll make, because they're very tall, they can get to you. So that's also a nice thing to do. So for example, let's say also spawners will usually be in this sort of thing. So for example here, if I'm playing this spawner, I'm just gonna block this stuff off, so now I'm nice and safe. And obviously, let's say it's not like here. Let's say the spawner is at like the end of this hallway. Okay, I just do this sort of thing. Let's say the spawner's like here, right? Like it's right here. I just do this thing. Like let's say I'm running to it. Even if there's no wither skeletons here, I just usually like making this little structure. So it's just like this, and then all the way across. Just so like wither skeletons can't get me when let's say the spawner's right here. I'm playing the spawner, and I just make the structure, so I'm really safe, nice and safe. And yeah, I think that's basically all the strats. I went through that really. Last part was really fast, and I dumped a lot of information. So if you have to go through it again, don't worry. But yeah, again, opposite of these or through these, up these normal stairs, and then across from balconies. I think there was one somewhere. Was it? I don't know. Yeah, and that was like if you're there, right? Like if you're here, those are probably different. So here, there's stairs up here. You go up, down these stairs, up these stairs, across from this balcony, and you're there. So yeah, there's a lot of like there's a lot of stuff, but those are like that's basically all of it, honestly, on how to play fortresses. Actually, one more thing in Soul Sand Valleys. So that's this biome, this Soul Sand biome. And warped forest biomes, which are, it's like the blue forest. I wonder if I can find one quickly, or if I just can't. Yeah, so this fortress, for example, because it's in the Soul Sand Valley, that means there's a lot of mobs that are going to spawn. Because basically, if the mob cap worked normally, like it does in other biomes, then there would be like 18 skeletons, right? So skeletons, let's say I'm a skeleton here. Within a certain radius of me, I think it's like 15 blocks, no other skeletons can spawn. So that means there are going to be less mobs that spawn in the rest of the biome because there's like this restriction. And also, it's only skeletons that can spawn. So you can see they're pretty far apart, right? Where like in other biomes, there would be like a lot more mobs. So because of this, when you're in a fortress, you can see there's going to be a lot of like strays and stuff like that. Especially if I go down to like a low render, you'll see, and I just kind of walk around a little bit. You'll see there's just going to be, you can't really see very well, honestly. There's not really many. But trust me, there's just going to be a lot of mobs in these sort of structures, especially if they're over lava lakes as well. Because same principle, because there's not many other locations that mobs can spawn, the entire mob cap is used up in the fortress. That's the other main thing, is above lava lakes in warped forests. Same thing with warped forests because of endermen. They don't want a lot of endermen spawning. So they have that same property where not many mobs can spawn around them. But in Soul Sand Valleys, lava lakes, and warped forests, there are a lot more strays, so you should be more careful. There's only going to be like I've had mental fortresses where there's like 50 mobs, you know, in the Soul Sand Valley or the warped forest fortresses. And yeah, thank you for watching. I hope this helps, and goodbye.